my channel. Now today we are discussing about the structure of antibodies. Now firstly we are discussing about what are these antibodies. Now these antibodies, these are nothing but the glycoproteins which are secreted by the B lymphocytic cells, and preferentially these are responsible for the humoral immune response. Now these humoral immune response, these are developed by these antibodies, and the T lymphocytic cells, these are responsible for giving the cell mediated immune response. Now as the antibodies, these are the glycoproteins. Now we can define these antibodies as these are the glycoproteins which are secreted by the activated B lymphocytic cells after the entry of antigen molecule inside the body and reacts with that antigens in a specific manner. These are called as an antibodies. Now as these antibodies, these are mostly proteinaceous, that is these are glycoproteinaceous in nature. So for the discussing the structure of this antibody molecule, there is the proteolytic cleavage of this antibody molecule, that is there is the use of the two different types of the proteolytic enzymes, that is the pepsin and papain. These two proteolytic enzymes, these are used for the study of the antibody structure. Now from this proteolytic cleavage, it was observed that there are presence of the two different types of the polypeptide chain within the immunoglobulin molecules. These antibodies, these are also known as the immunoglobulin, as these are having the globulin structure and these are one type of the immune cells, so the name it is the immunoglobulin molecules. Immunoglobulin molecule. So after the cleavage of these, here within the structural characteristics of the antibody molecules, the first one, it is these are containing the 4 polypeptide chains, that is 2 heavy chains and the 2 light chains. Heavy chains and the 2 light chains. Now here these are get divided. These 4 polypeptide chains, that is 2 heavy and 2 light chains, these are divided into these heavy and light chains on the basis of their molecular weight. That is these heavy chains, these are having the molecular weight 50 kilodalton, and the light chains, these are having the molecular weight 25 kilodalton. Kilodalton. Now means within a immunoglobulin molecule there is the presence of 2 heavy and 2 light chains. Now within the light chains, again there are the 2 different types of the light chains, that is the kappa type of the light chains and the lambda type of light chains. Kappa and lambda type of the light chains. Now it is not possible that both of these light chains, these are present together. Only one type of the light chains, it is present within the immunoglobulin molecule. Either it is a kappa type of the light chains or it is a lambda type of the light chains. The percentage of this, it is 2:1. Means in maximally there is the presence of the kappa type of the light chains within the immunoglobulin molecule. Concentration of this kappa type of the light chain, these are maximum as compared to that of the lambda type of the light chains. Now the another regions which are present within this antibody structure, it is simply whenever we want to explain the antibody structure, it is an Y-shaped structure, and here there is the presence of the disulfide linkages within this. Here these are the light chains, here it is an heavy chain. 2 light chains and 2 heavy chains. The size of the light chains, it is shorter as compared to that of the heavy chain, and here there is the formation of this Y-shaped structure of immunoglobulin molecules. Now in each of these, that is either it is a light chain or it is a heavy chain, there is the presence of 2 regions, that is the variable region and the constant region. Now the name itself indicates the specificity of both of these regions, which are the part of the immunoglobulin molecule. Now here the variable region. This variable region, at is the name, it is the variable. It means here within this region there is the constant changes these are occurred. These are not constant for the each immunoglobulin molecule. There is the variation within the structure of this region within each of the immunoglobulin molecule. It is constituting the amino terminal end. Amino terminal end or N terminal end or amino terminal end, and this constant region, it is constant for each of the immunoglobulin molecule, so it is called as the carboxy terminal end or C terminal end. C terminal end. Now here, as it is an amino terminal end within the variable region, the amino acids which are present within this region, these are constantly changing. The sequences of these amino acids, these are constantly changing, because this variable region which is present within both the heavy chain and light chain, here means within this there is the presence of variable region, and here it is the constant region within the light chain. So, and here it is the constant region of heavy chain, SC region, that is the constant region of heavy chain. So preferentially whenever we say that there is the antigen antibody reaction, actually the specific structure which is present on the antibody molecule, it is reacting with the epitope which is present on the surface of antigen. That is, this complementary structure present on the antibody molecule which is responsible for reacting with the antigenic epitope, it is called as an paratope. Paratope. That is, in other words, we can also say it as an antigen determining region present on the surface of antibody molecule, antigen determining region, or it is also called as a complementarity determining region, that is the CDR, complementarity determining region. And within this there is the involvement of the variable region of both heavy chain and light chains, means variable region from both of these chains, these are responsible for forming the complementarity determining region, that is the paratope of the immunoglobulin molecule. And now here the constant region, that is the carboxy terminal end, it is responsible for giving the biological reaction, that is the different types of the antigen antibody reaction. Either it is a precipitation, or it is a complement fixation reaction, or it is a agglutination reaction. These different immunological reactions, these are carried out due to the presence of this constant region within the immunoglobulin molecule, and it is called as the FC region. FC region. FC region. And the another region, it is the Fab region. Fab region. This Fab region, it means antigen binding region or the antigen binding fragment. Antigen binding fragment. It is present, that is, it is constituting the paratope, and this FC region, it is responsible for giving the immunological reactions. Means whenever there is the proteolytic cleavage of these immunoglobulin molecules with the proteolytic enzyme, that is the pepsin or peptide, here we are getting the this Fab region and FC region. Fab region and FC region. Now here, as the immunoglobulin molecule, it is an Y-shaped structure. This structural point, that is from which the two arms, these are transferred, it is called as the hinge region. It is called as an hinge region, and this hinge region, it is responsible for giving the flexibility to the immunoglobulin molecule. It is responsible for joining these regions, and also it is responsible for giving the flexibility to the immunoglobulin molecule. It means here these immunoglobulin molecules or the antibody molecules, these are containing these different regions, that is the variable region, constant region, then there is also presence of FC region and Fab region. This variable region, within the variable region there is the presence of this Fab region, and variable within the constant region there is the presence of this FC region. And two heavy and two light chains, these are the parts of this immunoglobulin molecule. Now for the joining of heavy chain with the light chain, and for the joining of two heavy chain, there is the presence of disulfide linkage. These are joined with each other by the means of disulfide linkage. That is two heavy chains and the light chain with the heavy chain. light chain with the heavy chain, there is the presence of this disulfide linkages. Now, as there are the two different types of the light chain, that is the kappa type of the light chain and the lambda type of light chain, and only one type of the light chain it is present within the immunoglobulin molecule, there is the classification of the immunoglobulin molecule on the basis of the type of heavy chain which is present within the immunoglobulin molecule. That is the classification of immunoglobulin molecule. Classification of immunoglobulin. Now, there are the 5 different types of the heavy chains. These are present on the basis of which there is the classification of the immunoglobulin molecules into the 5 different classes. Now, the gamma type of heavy chain responsible for giving the IgG type of the immunoglobulin molecules. Then, the alpha type of the heavy chain responsible for giving the IgA type of the immunoglobulin molecules. Then, the mu type of the heavy chain responsible for giving the IgM type of the immunoglobulin molecules. Then, the delta type of the heavy chain responsible for giving the IgD type of the immunoglobulin molecules. And last one, it is the epsilon type of the heavy chain responsible for giving the IgE type of the immunoglobulin molecules. Means on the basis of the type of the heavy chain which is present within the immunoglobulin molecules, these immunoglobulin molecules, these are get categorized into the 5 different classes, that is IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD and IgE. These are the 5 major classes of immunoglobulin molecule. So it is the whole information about some structural characteristics of the immunoglobulin molecules. Now the biological function of this each class of the immunoglobulin molecules that we are discussed within my next videos. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and also share this video with your friends. Thank you.